Derek, let me ask you first. You know, there's been a string of controversies and it's been happening for weeks and months now. And there is a sense that some get that Mamata Banerjee is on self-destruct mode after that historic victory in Bengal. How do you answer the critics?
Well, before I answer the critics, I have to at least correct minimum 3 factual errors which your channel made in the last 2.5 minutes on the report. If you allow me to do that, I'll answer your question.
Go ahead.
First factual error. Marx and Engels are not untouchable. Whoever suggested that Marx and Engels will go out of the syllabus, has any journalist in Delhi or anywhere else read the 580-page recommendation? So, factual error 1.
No, we actually said, to be fair, in the report, we've actually said that you have not said you will drop it. The State Education Panel has said you'd like to see more balance in the textbooks, and you haven't actually said that you'll drop Marx from the syllabus. That's my rebuttal.
Let me make 3 points. First mistake was that, because there's Marx and Engels are very much there at 6 o'clock today to clarify. Mamata Abdi made another 5 o'clock, another statement saying Marx and Engels are not untouchable. This is a recommendation. There's a long way to go, but yes, for somebody who's studied in Bengal, who's lived in Bengal for 30-35 years, and if you know how the left doctored history for so many years, we're bringing about a balance.
Okay.
And we believe there should be no political interference in any syllabus. So the first factual mistake was about Marx and Engels. The second factual mistake, I'm not going anywhere else, I'm only sticking to your report. The report said English newspapers have been banned. Incorrect. There was a choice to be made, which the government made, between 2 newspapers, and newspaper A, I'll mention the name, the Times of India, was chosen to be kept in the library. Now you can have a discussion with me as to why Times of India, why not A, B, C. So again, factually wrong. Number 3, you said why was Dayamanti Sen, the IPS officer, transferred? Well, I'll give you 2 reasons for that. Dayamanti Sen was 9 years in the crime department, and this is the prerogative of the department. Tomorrow, if Nidhi Razdan is transferred from 820 and goes and does buck stops here, no one should have a problem with that, because that is the prerogative of your CEO. So Nidhi, it's not only misunderstood.
But if Nidhi's transferred there, although that would be a good slot as well, but I'm just saying that, look, in the case of the police officer, I think the questions are being raised because there's Mamata's style of functioning, Derek, has been under so much criticism in recent months.
It is not.
And she openly disagreed with this police officer openly disagreed with Mamata Banerjee's theory on the Park Street rape.
Nidhi,
is it a coincidence?
Nidhi, let's look at the big picture. If you really need to understand Mamata Banerjee, who is this woman? Is she the woman who went on a 26-day hunger strike? Is she the woman who led the Nandigram and Shingur movements? Is she the woman whose life can be told through those beautiful 3 words, struggle for democracy? First, you need to understand Mamata Banerjee. Otherwise television, and I have to say this with some degree of regret, because I'm spending a little time in Delhi over the last few months, I think the English and the Angrezi media hopelessly misunderstands M. Banerjee. For you people, she's not Mamata Banerjee. You all have now made her misunderstood Banerjee.
So it's the English media's fault. But she's, look, no one takes away from the amazing street. Derek, one second. No one takes away from the amazing street fighter that she's been. And in fact, many have said that actually she continues to be a street fighter rather than a chief minister. But we didn't tell her to say that the infant deaths were because of the left or there's a conspiracy. We didn't tell her to say that those rapes didn't happen, that those were a conspiracy against her government.
Nidhi, I think you need to look at the bigger picture. Mamata Banerjee is not your suave, slick, Angrezi-speaking, cocktail party-going, Delhi networking kind of a person. She is a very simple person who shoots from the hip, who represents one word, and that one word means Trinamool in Bengali. In English, it means grassroots. So whatever she does in her own inimitable style is done because she represents a struggle which has removed communist rule after 3 decades.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? all the markets, all the news in your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.